So while you get that set up, how are you guys running old Vader?
Well, now we are recording.
Now I'm talking in the show.
You're all right. So for those joining on the YouTube videos only, I just unrecorded the first 5 seconds because I was trying to turn off the intro and then had to do it all again. So yeah, anyway. So we are power rating two characters tonight. This is the first of two, Vader Time. So yeah, this is going to be really interesting because Vader is insane. There are three movesets that I would recommend strongly. If you have the Ghost Whopper plate, this finisher, the Vader Salt, the Power Bomb, and the Choke Slam is really strong. It is really, really strong. If not, you can also, if you've got Apollo and the Bleed Trainers, you can swap in this short arm clothesline, and the bleed damage is, again, just really, really strong. However, outside of having the Ghost Whopper plate on him, the hardest that I hit was consistently triple red. So I'm going to show that off, and then we're going to power rate this guy. On the Entourage, or I'm sorry, on the moves, triple red, they're all 6 MP, so they're all going to start loaded fairly easily, fairly quickly. The Vader Hammers, you make 14 reinforced gems into multiply. Body Avalanche, which technically I should have below that on the bottom, so it runs it right. 5x5 area into reinforce, and then the Vader Bomb, choose a 6x6 to swap into red. And the move damage on this is nothing to sneeze at either, so that's always a little bonus too. Post 99 MP, you are going to need a red move trainer. That one's my favorite. And technically, if you are going for feud turn 1, since there's 6 MP, you would also need to put in Santa Hogan instead of one of your two coaches. If you put Mosh in there, you get multi-gems generated, will increase their strength by 1, and you create 5 more. Memrock, multi-gems will increase their strength by 1. And then I'm going to show you two variations. One is with Yokozuna Hall of Fame that's reinforced, and then I'm just going to swap real quick out for Gunther so you can see the pure multi-gem damage. On the strap, you have a 50% gem damage strap, and that's what I ran in my preview as well. So 50% gem damage, which means if you've got a 100% gem damage strap, you can still hit way harder than this. Although this right here is a 35% all gem damage, plus we've got a 200% red move. So he is pretty tricked out. The biggest thing for the red move set is what you're running on several characters, actually. The Bulldog's Bracers, whenever you make 10 or more reinforced gems, increase your red gem damage by 75% for 2 turns. Plus, it has some yellow gem damage boost, so why not throw on a Sheriff's Badge? Whenever you break 15 or more red gem, just generate 30 yellow as well. Why wouldn't you do that? So that's his setup. Rusty, while I'm going into the match here, actually I want to go against one of the new opponents on the road. Let me just ask you, how did you like Vader as you were trying him out?
You know what? I liked Vader a lot because Protect Gems, the first moveset I tried, I thought Protect Gems really aren't like a thing that work typically, but like this seems like it could really work. Bleed, insane damage on bleed.
Insane.
The strong style plate, incredible way to refill it. So I tried triple red and I kind of yawned and went, yeah, you know, Showboat Kevin Owens does this, and like it's kind of samey, and I think Rollins does triple red too in a similar fashion.
Yep, that's why we're going to power rate them alongside each other here. But let me just show you what this does though, because now this is 6 bronze, so you got to times it by 2 for silver. But boom, 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 then it's going to throw out the yellows for another boom. That right there was a hit of 17 million. So, you know, 37 million at 6 silver. And that's not the best trainer set, because I'll show you it with Zombie Gunther real quick, and we'll be off to the races. But yeah, it's not the most exciting move set, but it's 3 clicks, it's super fast, it's done. Very easy.
So Vader is another prime candidate for the the sheriff's badge plate. You
Yep.
know, it's like we can't get enough of those.
I know. I know. I need like 17 of them right now, please. Just if I could have as many of those as possible, that would just be great. Deputy Dog says in the chat they're getting to 100 million, getting ready for 6-star gold. So while we're on here now, Rusty, we don't have a lot of details, but do you wanna share? I said about it on the podcast, and then Furpo mentioned something to us before this stream that maybe this next month is something
Let me find
interesting.
exact. I want to quote him so I don't get it wrong. Um, you
Where's
can let
that?
them know that May will be a huge month in WWE Champions.
A huge month. And before that, the comment was, don't get too worked up about the MLC points because it's going to be terribly different next month too, or even more
Oh,
different next month. So yeah, what do you think? Yeah, it's got to be May. Rusty, what do you think that's? What do you think that's? What is huge in our game? What would declare that as a huge?
everything that Cerzoro says, right? Huge damage.
Well, this is about to be huge damage right here. Let me
I
just look at it before we move on. 'Cause this is the change of the trainer. All it is Zombie Gunther, and almost there. I just don't want us to miss it, and then we'll keep going. Boom, boom. So yeah, that was 19 million. On average, I was hitting about 20. So that's 40 million turn one with 3 clicks.
Yeah, so the chat hilarious, right? And also like painfully true. Huge price tag. 6-star gold, maybe League 22. Better pull odds. Where was it? Is it different or difficult? Wondering what that might mean. Yeah, us too. We are
Us
too.
too. Yeah.
Finally getting a strap filter. We're
Oh,
getting
geez.
into the jingle era. I have no idea what that means. Yeah. So funny. I don't know. I don't know what it means. So it means hopefully more giveaways on Friday night Twitch stream, which we're loving doing this.
We are.
I responded with a GIF of the huge, yeah, because I didn't know how to interpret what. Let me read it one more time for those of you who might have missed. Well, we can let them know May will be a huge month in WWE Champions. So
There we
there
go.
it is from our community,
Our
whatever the
community
title.
manager. All right. So some of you have already put your thoughts into the Discords. Thank you for that. If you are not on our Champions server, Rusty, can you post a link to our Discord server, por favor?
Will
Um,
do.
and we've already got some comments and some thoughts on Vader. So let's look at the power ratings, just so you guys are familiar. We're getting into this so that kind of people are knowing what it means. Now, he's an S tier in game, and on the points rubric, we have C tier, B tier, and so on. That doesn't go to their in-game rarity. That's what we're saying in each of these categories. What do we rate them? What's up, OG? Can he see? So some of these are strictly objective, so we can get through them pretty quickly. A couple of them we have some community conversation around. So like, for example, the power in the power rating. S tier, or 5 points, is equal, S plus tier, sorry, is equal to 100% or more of the current meta's top end damage. And if you look over here, you see that the current meta for 6 silver, we've rated the top end damage beginning at 30 million. So if they can hit 30 million or more consistently, they are there. And he is 40 million, turn 1, all day, without plus 99. So if you have to sacrifice one of them for Santa Hogan, he's still going to be in the 30 million range. So that one's objective. We can get that done quick. Speed. At least 2 of the following are true. MP charge is equal to or less than 6 on his triple red moveset. That is the case. Moves recycle flawlessly. Absolutely the case. And animations are quick, resulting in a win under 45 seconds in feud. So for triple red, 100%. For his other movesets, they do get to be a little bit slower. So for example, Dr. Jenkins in our Twitch said speed 3, his best setup requires a lot of buttons. So I would say the yellow with the Ghost Whopper does require a lot of buttons. Triple red we just saw does not. So where would you comment on that, Rusty? Speed. Do you think that was a 45-second win? What we saw?
Yeah, for sure. With triple red. What was the top plate on that strap?
It was the Bulldogs bracers, which we'll get to in the readiness here in just a moment.
So it's just kind of like a showboat KO on crack, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, he's even stronger.
Yeah. 3.5. Oh, baby ice, you're trying so hard. So hard. So 2Bob says red moveset equals 5, yellow moveset is closer to 4. I agree. Evolution X in Twitter, or not Twitter, Discord, said 5 for speed. His best setup is 3 button clicks. 2Bob said speed 5, easy clicks 6M. And McDuck says, sorry, I'm on a boat. So, McDuck, we miss you. Glad you're on a boat right now. Enjoy. I think, again, objectively, if you're running triple red, he is 45 seconds, 6 MP. I mean, it recycles flawlessly. I think triple red all day is right here.
The poll is going up right now. And it's going to be a 1-minute poll starting now.
Well, okay, sounds good. I was going to say let's do that for the more subjective ones, but that's good. That's good.
The speed, right? I hope I put up the right. Here last week. No, we're doing versatility. Oh, wait. What category is this? Look, 5 and 4 right there.
Yeah, 5 overall, 5. People, this one
7 votes for 4 and only 3 votes for 5.
Again, that's why I said we don't need to put it up on the speed category because this one is objective. It has criteria that we can go 1 equals 1 or 2 equals 2.
Right.
But I mean, I kind of put into the comments there. Triple red all day is going to be at least 2. Is going to fit that. And then the yellow moveset can hit harder, but is slower and more clicky in there. So, 5 wins it.
By 1 vote.
By 1 vote. Well, I was thinking about that, though, because that one, again, now we're in subjective territory. So let me read readiness while you're getting the poll ready. Let me read readiness, and then we'll send it.
This choice is probably going to be based on what toys you have. Right?
Yeah.
If you don't have a certain plate, you're not going to run that moveset, right?
Right. Yep. Exactly.
So
that's right.
Correct.
So that's readiness. Yeah. So let me read this one. So for a 5, character needs 0 to 1 special things. That's a plate, a gear, a moment, or etc. to make them work well. But that doesn't necessarily mean common trainers. A 4 needs 2 special things, plate, gear, moment. A 3 means 3 special things, and then we just don't need to go beyond there. Wait to post them until we kind of explain them, though. But that one's live, so
2-minute poll is live.
2 minutes. So Evolution for readiness says 5 has a set that doesn't even require a strap and can take down a 6-star silver, turn 1 at 6-star bronze. Wow, that's the bleed set is what he's talking about. Dr. Jenkins on here says readiness 4 could benefit enormously from 2 plates. I agree, especially the triple red. He needs those 2 plates to really hit where they're going. 2Bob in the Discord conversation says readiness 5 doesn't need anything special to make him hit the 30 million mark. So, yeah. Yeah. So the comment about not needing anything, that is true on the bleed moveset, although you do need Apollo, but that's still only one special thing. Apollo is one of those rare trainers, so I would say, that's
Apollo. So even if I pulled Vader tonight, I wouldn't be able to do much with that yellow move set you're talking about.
yellow blue. You could do triple yellow, which was move damage. Yellow blue is bleed. So yeah. You're voting for because we were robbed the first time. I'm sorry, so baby ice.
30 seconds left, and the fours are strong at not more, 8-7 here. And there's nobody that voted for 3-2-1, so this is a pretty concise vote.
Right. Ran Vader trial without any straps, any plates. Guy's a crusher. He really only needs Showboat Kofi. Yeah? Bro, this is a vindictive poll. It's supposed to be legit. Greg Cherry Brand, you missed 2 of the 5 giveaways, but there's 3 more to go. You missed Rusty's polls, but I've still got some polls. And we are power rating Vader, and then later we're going to power rate Seth freaking Rollins.
Freaking Rollins. Monday Night Rollins continues, drafted to Raw.
Yeah, that's right. When he gets better again, so... Greg Cherry's used to missing giveaways.
Really care for it went to Raw, so I'm pretty good with SmackDown being the A show.
Right. So the thing I love about this one is oftentimes we're power rating people that a small number of people in the community have actually played. This time, everybody's had a chance to play him. So this is, very good. So the poll is at 4 on that. Readiness on 4. Apparently only when I win them. There you go. So here's my take, Rusty, and I want to hear yours. He definitely, for his best move sets, needs something. Whether it's Apollo, whether it's the Bulldogs bracers, and another plate to go with it. Preferably the Sheriff's badge, or whether it is the Ghost Whopper to really get the most out of his yellow move set. He needs at least one thing, but one is still within the realm of 5. But there's a couple times he needs 2 things, in there. So this is hard because most of the pre-voted people, so to speak, on our power ratings discussion were all 5s, and then we had some 4s show up in here that have now taken that. So I need your thoughts, Rusty.
Okay, so I don't know if this is going to help or make it more confusing. But if you look at the ceiling on Vader, the ceiling is actually dictated by the moment. The moment.
We haven't even used the moment. Yeah.
Well, right. But the moment is pretty OP, right? So the ceiling isn't necessarily the Ghost Whooper. It could be. But again, you're talking about, I would say, minimum 2 special things.
But we didn't use the moment, I don't think.
We didn't. But as you get through it, you're like, holy cow, this is really good.
It is really, really good. But if we didn't use it and he's still hitting all this, he doesn't need the moment, but his top end just keeps going, basically.
Yeah. That's why I clicked the bottom.
Yeah. So where are we at with it? The bleed only needs Apollo. That's one thing. Triple yellow is Ghost Whopper. So either way, it's one thing. And then the triple red needs Bulldog and Sheriff or benefits from. So is that a 4 or a 5? We've got about enough to do each one. So where are you at on it, Rusty? Or did I
4.
lose you?
Yeah, 4.
You're at a 4?
Yeah.
All right. I can go kind of back and forth on that one.
It feels like many of his categories are right there, 4, 5, right on the line.
Yeah.
Right on the line. And I think we saw that with several of our premium superstars as well.
Yeah. Rusty said 4. Baby Ice is happy. They're vindicated. Woo! Yeah. Triple yellow is strong style and whooper. Yep, that's right. So that's a 4. But again, that's for max potential. He doesn't need it to max to be a 5 on the power rating, is where Two Bob's saying here.
Yeah, I mean, fair. I don't want my vote to be the deciding vote. Period. Like, I definitely don't want that. I want the community to decide.
Yeah. Well. I'm gonna put 5 for right now, and then Baby Ice is gonna throw things at me, and that's okay. I'm sorry. We can come back. We can circle back on the discussion. But now, Rusty, here's where we really need the community on this, because the versatility and the entourage ability is really the most subjective on these. So on versatility, while you're building out the whatchamacallit, the poll, for a 5, the character is competitively usable in feud, boss battle, and showdown, and the character has a special gem type that helps extreme rules and boss. 4, 2 of the 3 modes, feud, boss battle, and showdown, but still has to have something that gets him in for extreme rules. And then 3, characters competitively usable in one of feud, boss, or showdown. Character may occasionally be a sleeper for boss. So what do you think in terms of... So feuding, I mean, again, we already looked at the power and speed meta, which is, I mean, feud is a go. He is going to dominate in feud. But boss battle, with all those red gems, with all those yellow gems, protect gems, like, do you see him not being a hit for boss battle?
No, he's a double hit for boss battle.
Okay.
For sure.
But showdown, not as low MP, Two Bob's saying in the chat too, as others might be.
Let me check the link. I want to look at his link real quick.
He has WCW and New Gen. I remember that. WCW and New Gen. In fact, I need to refresh or make sure the game's going before I lose it too. Link WCW. Any color moves start with 1 more. So
that's not good. That's fair.
That's fair. Fair,
Like,
not great, but fair. Yeah.
Hall of Fame, right? Or Steiner or Brawling Brutes. Like, that's kind of like the S tier showdown links.
Right. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of 4s in the chat for different reasons. One says maybe not so much on feud. One says maybe not as much as we think on, or I'm sorry, not as much on feud, not as much on showdown. Yeah, we all know how that's right, Schmike. We all should know we went up against multiples of him this weekend. So in the pre-chat, Dr. Jenkins says versatility 5. Yeah. Evolution says versatility 4. Feud and boss battle are going to be strong. And Two Bob, who's also in the chat here, says versatility 4. I don't see myself using him in showdown, but feud and boss, he'll be an absolute monster. So, where are we at on the poll?
40%, 46%, 5, 31%, 4, a couple of 3s. Hey, let me say this about Vader. One thing I noticed, Vader has the zombie Bianca glitch, so that if he puts that bleed stack on you and then puts you in the sub move, the game will freeze and you cannot swipe and die. You have to force close. That sucks.
That does suck.
There were quite a lot of showdowns where I went, dang it, it happened again. I actually reported the issue. So, yeah. I don't know. To me, he's pretty good in showdown with that because he makes you force close. You can't even lose to him.
Right.
You have to self-terminate.
Oh, it is a tie. Exactly a tie. 4 and 5. But we've got the discords here to back us up, which are mostly 4s. And I think... What's that?
Somebody voted 1. What?
Well, 1 brings down the average to 4. So I think question about showdown. Great in feud and boss. 4.
So, and somebody asked, you reported it to Gerson? Well, there's like I don't know. There's like a mod or what, I don't know who all's in it, but like a dev kind of thing, a ticket. You fill out a ticket, right? Put on I don't know.
Yeah.
Gibberish.
Nice says 5, but I couldn't vote. But then that gets balanced out by Homeless, who says missed it, would have went 4. Emrys says 4. Telvin says 4.5, which gets rounded down to 4. Big Papa Pump 4. So I think we're clearly a 4 on that one. But still, he's tracking to be our best character. And Rusty, this is where everybody else has fallen that hasn't done above 23. Your Steve Austin, your DDP, your Great Muta, your CM Punk is on Entourage ability. And his Entourage ability is different.
Yep.
Different. So his Entourage ability at 31K, so 6 silver, moves that generate blue gems will create 3 more blue gems. So that's a bonus. Plus, blue gems do 12K more damage. We finally have our flat blue gem trainer in the game. It just sucks that he's a paywalled one.
Dirty, man. It's kind of dirty.
Yeah, it is kind of dirty. It is kind of dirty. So 5 would be essential trainer or coach. Add something you don't want to go into battle without. 4 would be widely used, helps the character reach their full potential. And 3 would be niche trainer coaching ability. Doesn't get used much, but very valuable when needed. So
be sure you the poll, okay, guys? If you have,
yep.
If you're just typing your number, be sure you put it.
So Dr. Jenkins has a 5 on the Discord conversation. Evolution says 4. I know it's great, but I can't give non-MP a 5 personally, but could see an argument for a 5. 2 Bob in the chat and on Discord. Entourage 5. We finally get the flat 12K drainer, and he comes with plus 3 gems. That's a bonus. So here's where I'm at with this one while it's going.
Who was the person that said I can't vote for non-MP? Because that's like
Evolution.
I totally agree. That's always
Evolution.
Yeah. No MP, no 5, but that's just my bias.
I wouldn't go quite that far. However, it's interesting since we started the Champs Chat podcast way before, back when we had 2 people listening, and it was my mom and one random person in the Black Pearl.
Miss Tina.
It was Miss Tina. There you go. Noble on stream here with us. But
our mom.
Yeah. But we talked about just how vital 12K flat gem trainers were. I would say we're power ranking this for the 6 silver meta. For me, I'm going to take a guess, but I'm betting I'm right. With 6 gold meta, 12K flat trainers won't matter anymore.
Yeah, well, I think you're right, and I think that might stink, because then I'm thinking it would have been a lot better if he was like 4 MP and 50% blue. That would have been jacked, bro. That would have been awesome.
Yeah. But I see the argument for a 5 as well. I think in the 6-star silver meta, this is a 5. I could throw behind that, but
it's evergreen for tours or for special, non-MP or if you have perks, right, that boost it,
right?
So
if you're starting out the game and you get Vader, you just won. But if you start out the game, you 100% need those up until 6 silver, and even into high-level trainers in 6 silver, because unless they can do 45% or more, you still use the 12K flat. So I think the community has spoken on this one, and this may be our highest-rated character. It is our highest-rated character ever right now, already.
And it's the Entourage ability that really pushes it over.
Yep. Wow, 24 out of 25.
Developers about what we really value in a superstar and what we really want to see design wise. To me, that's what this says, right? That says, hey, cool, you made Austin, but he doesn't do much for my entourage, so he's not as desirable as now Showboat Vader, who's now the highest rated superstar until we get to Seth Rollins and see how he compares. But he's currently the king of power.
Yep. Way too overpowered, Phenom says. 24 out of 25, 2 Bob approved. Called it on the button. Wait till we get to Breaker, Ducky Schultz says. and Fire from Noble January. So we're going to do Seth freaking Rollins in about 20 minutes, give or take. So if you're not already, if you want to get in on this conversation early, go into the Champs Chat Discord server that Rusty posted and go to the power ratings discussion, and you can start talking about Seth freaking Rollins already. But I'm going to end this video because we need to do my polls. We need to do some more giveaways, and we've got Seth freaking Rollins. So, yeah, Vader is the strongest ever. Bye.